What's up, everybody? Macho here, and welcome to Skald or Skald. I'm gonna say Skald with an A against the Black Priory. So if you're watching my channel, you're probably seeing all the D&D updates from our sessions, and I feel like this game is a perfect fit for that. So I've played a little bit. I've played probably 2 hours into the game, and I just realized, you know, we should put this on record. We should put it on the channel and see how people respond to it. So we're gonna start a new game. Priory, if you're not aware, and I wasn't, I had to look it up. A priory is a monastery or a church. That's probably what we see here in the background. It's a black priory, so a black monastery, a black church. We've got our party members here. We've got sort of a warrior. We've got sort of a rogue character here. These other two, not too sure, maybe a fighter, and I don't know, maybe a wizard back here on the right side. And then there's some monsters coming out of the sea, attacking them. Cool background. This is a cool art style, sort of. If you've ever played like old school D&D games on PC, like old DOS based D&D games, this reminds me a lot of those, even though I haven't played too many of those, but I do get the same feelings. Settings here, we're playing on normal difficulty, and we're not changing any of those settings. We're also what did I do? I enabled stealth info on the game, disabled nostalgia mode, but I don't know, we can try that out later and see how that goes. I am using the CRT filter. I think the game just looks a little bit better with it. Everything enabled. Audio. This game is a little quiet, so it took me a bit to sort of figure out audio. And then I haven't changed anything about the fonts except for the black text background. So hopefully that's easier to see on the video and easier to read. But yeah, let's get into it. Yep, we'll just continue with these settings. Welcome to character creation. Start by picking a difficulty for your playthrough. Difficulty can be changed during play. I'm not gonna change the difficulty, I think. I want to leave it on normal. And, you know, we'll just see how it goes. We'll use, obviously, save games to, you know, if we totally screw up, we'll load a save. So yeah, I think I'm happy with normal. Next, select a class for your character. Classes define a character's role in the party by adding certain exclusive abilities. A lot of reading in this game, by the way. I guess I could read the difficulty setting. So easy mode is a great way for players who are new to this style of role-playing game to experience Skald. Combat is forgiving, and there should be little need to optimize character builds. Dice rolls are weighted in the player's favor. We're not going to do that. We're doing normal. Normal mode is the game's intended difficulty setting. There's only very limited artificial smoothing of certain dice rolls. That's one we want to select. So we have attribute rerolls 1, player rerolls 1. I don't know what a lot of these numbers mean. Combat heal will heal you as soon as combat is over. That's disabled. No encumbrance is disabled, so we will have encumbrance. Main character cannot die. Disabled. XP gain on characters who are knocked out. That's enabled in the normal mode. That's good. Ignore food disabled, so we will need to worry about eating food. No trash mobs disabled. We will have trash mobs to deal with. And I guess, worst case, if it's too hard, we can always bump it down. Select a class for your character. Classes define a character's role in the party by adding certain exclusive abilities. If this is interesting to you, by the way, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out the channel a bunch. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you hate it. So we have Armsmaster. It's a warrior archetype. A Battlemagos or Magos. Battle mage, essentially. Specializing in destructive spells of the fire magic school. See, that seems fun as a battle mage, but I have a different plan for my character. We could be a cleric who excels in the use of blades and armor whilst still having limited divine spellcasting abilities. A Guild-Magos, spellcaster who can develop all the different arcane spell schools fully. This is pure mage. A Hierophant is a cleric who can develop all the different divine spell schools fully. So this is like pure cleric. This one is sort of a cleric, like a battle cleric, the champion, and a Hierophant is pure cleric. Hospitaler is another cleric archetype. Frontline healer, well armed and armored, can stand their ground against overwhelming foes. It gets highest tiers of the body magic school. And an officer is a force multiplier through their tactical skills, issuing orders across the battlefield. They vastly improve the performance of their fellow party members. This is where I'm leaning. There's also ranger and thief archetypes. Well, really rogue archetype, but the ranger is sort of a warrior rogue, some nature magic, ranged combat. The thief is stealth and backstabs. I'm thinking officer. I like the idea of being a force multiplier and being able to buff my party and issue orders, for a main character. This is what I'm thinking. So this game, you can right click on this green text. I thought you could. Okay, left click on the green text and you can get sort of a description. So a warrior is a frontline fighter who can take and deal large amounts of damage. Cleric is close range support, ranged buffs, restorative spells. This is a mage, ranged strikers that can cast powerful and often destructive spells. So you've got warrior, cleric, mage, or rogue. Rogue combines important non-combat skills with large damage output against single targets. And so, as an officer, right, we're going to be a warrior. Main attribute is the attribute that is the most important for this class. So the most important attribute for the officer class is strength, which is a measure of a character's brawn and physical power. So what is DP? Development points. Development points are gained when leveling up and used to buy ranks and feats. This unlocks new abilities for a character, making them more powerful. We have vitality per level is 5. Magic per level is 0. So we're not really getting any magic. It's just all combat. But, maybe party buffs, tactical skills. I like this. So you can click on these options or you can just press the number keys. I believe you can play this game fully with a keyboard. So as an officer, we're going to select a background. Backgrounds add points and skills, influence, starting conditions, and narrative content. Alright. So, Acolyte, I don't think this applies to us, but what is attunement? Magical energy determines how many skills can be cast. Attunement refills fully when the character rests in a camp. Note that different classes use different root abilities for attunement. So I'm thinking we don't need attunement. And I'm thinking we don't need stealth or thievery as well. Awareness. Notice small details and hidden things. You could be a courtier. Diplomacy. Lie, bargain, or sway others in negotiations. I feel like an officer would be able to do that. I feel like an officer would have some awareness and diplomacy. So we're going to keep courtier in the back of our minds as we look through the rest of these options. Criminal, like I said, I don't think fits. An ex-legionary, a member of the old breed, forged and tempered by the hardships of soldiering. You now belong to the ever-growing fraternity of fellow men and women with scarred bodies and broken minds who roam the Empire in search for a quiet piece of land to call home. So this is just a carrying bonus, which might be good, but if we're smart how we play, then this should not be necessary. This is sort of, I always feel like carrying bonus in games is a newbie trap. Like, it can be good, but if you just sell your extra stuff, then you shouldn't need it. Deluxe Edition class. I did pay the extra $5 and get the Deluxe Edition, so we'll get some extra portraits and some extra backgrounds here as well. Oh, this attribute provides a percentage bonus increase of the amount of gold you find by looting corpses. So this is just more gold. That could be good. Let's see what else we have. I'm still thinking courtier is our best option so far. A gilder. We can craft items at stations, and then diplomacy. So awareness I think is better than the crafting. Ooh, diplomacy and lore. Lore is a general knowledge skill. This just as a noble. I still think I'd rather have awareness. Sailor, athletics is tempting, but the crafting is not. Jump, climb, swim, or sprint. A savant. Fast learner and advance more rapidly through levels. This seems okay as well. Scout is fleet of foot, which is a spell. Targets any ally adjacent to the caster. Adds condition lesser haste. Removes stun, paralysis, and sleep. Scout would be good more for a ranger or a thief, I think, with some extra movement. Sellsword seems interesting also. So Sellsword and Courtier would be my top two right now. With the once mighty legions of the Empire in decline, this is an age of sellswords and mercenaries. There is no shortage of those willing to pay professionals to wreak violence on others, and you are very good at your job. So this will give us vitality, which is hit points, and athletics. Initiative and thievery, I think, would be for, once again, a rogue archetype or a ranger. So this is interesting, the thug description. You have perfected the noble art of solving problems with brute force, and I wonder if this tag is there purposefully, because we're not getting diplomacy and lore, but we're just getting a bonus to club damage here, but the word noble here is in green. I wonder if that's sort of a game system that's being used incorrectly. Like the word noble is always going to be tagged green like this. and tied to that background. A vagabond with crafting and survival. Survival being foraging for food, navigating difficult terrain, general knowledge of nature. I don't think so. Wildly, stealth and survival. Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm thinking. Was it sellsword or courtier? And I'm leaning sellsword just because of the 3 points of vitality, which is a secondary attribute. But courtier gives you 2 skills, right? Awareness and diplomacy. I think I'm gonna go courtier. And here we see once again the noble is tagged, so maybe we're semi-related to nobles in this one, and then in thug. But I don't see how a thug is related to a noble. I don't know. I'm thinking courtier is the choice for the awareness to sort of notice small details, and then diplomacy to negotiate, get better prices, right? I think that's gonna be good. So let's do it. Distribute points to your primary attributes and skills. These go a long way towards defining your character mechanically. Alright, so we have some primary stats, and we can distribute 5 points here. And then we have skills where we can distribute 6 points. We've already got the bonus to diplomacy and awareness. We should be able to see our stats increase as well. Let's put a point in strength. Yes, we do. We are seeing stat increases here. And then it tells us what it influences, right? So we're gonna get bonus to athletics. Yep, we see the bonus to athletics down here. Melee damage and melee to hit. Yes, so we see that. We also see attunement. So it says spells here. I'm thinking those are also skills, because I know that skills can sort of they are cast like spells are. So I think obviously a point into strength. Ability to read and react to the surrounding environment and people, I think is going to be good. That's going to give us another boost to our awareness and diplomacy, which we were looking for before. And then also healing from potions and spells. And then willpower, which is withstand mind affecting conditions. So that might be good. 1 point in presence. And then intellect. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be so great for crafting and lore. Fortitude for vitality, wounds, survival, and toughness. I think that's worth a point, certainly. Agility for stealth, thievery, crit chance. See, crit chance I would like to see. Might be good for my damage. Range to hit, dodge. Agility, not so much for our character type here. So with 2 points left to distribute, I'm thinking obviously strength is going to get one of those for sure, if not both of them. And then I would have to decide between fortitude and presence. Presence, I'm thinking more like non-combat. Fortitude being directly combat. And we're a soldier, right? So we probably make a lot of things happen through combat. So I'm gonna go with fortitude. think that might be a good start. And then I think, yeah, we've got skills here now. So let's see. Are there any that we're not getting points in that we would like? I'm not seeing it. I don't know that intellect is the greatest. See, honestly, I'm really thinking about going all in. Going all in on what we already have. So, bumping each of these up to 4. And really specializing. I don't want to try to do everything. Because I think that just means that I'm weaker at all the things. But I'd rather focus on being strong at the things that I'm really good at. So, looking at our secondary stats, we've got a vitality of 17, a wounds of 11. So as your vitality goes down, you will accumulate wounds. Wounds are more serious injuries, harder to recover. And then attunement, magical energy is 12. Really from strength. Our crit chance is 4. How this turns into a percentage, I don't know. Is it a 40%? Let's see. For each successful attack, there's a chance that the hit is upgraded to a critical hit. This is a percentage chance equal to the attacker's crit chance attribute. If a critical hit is confirmed, the damage dealt is multiplied by the weapon's crit value. For instance, a weapon with a crit value of 2 multiplies the damage dealt in a critical hit by 2. But the chance itself, I don't know what this number means. Is this a 4%? Is it 40%? Is it something totally different? I don't know. Who goes first in combat? That's based on our agility. We took 0 points extra in agility, so our initiative is a base of 1. Melee damage. It's a bonus added to the melee damage range based on the character's strength. So we're gonna get extra melee damage. We're gonna extra hit chance due to our bonus strength. Ranged to hit, we've got low agility. Don't plan on using ranged weapons. Dodge chance based off of agility, very low. Toughness. We can withstand adverse physical effects with our bonus fortitude. And we got an extra point in presence, so we're gonna get a little bit of willpower to resist some mind affecting conditions. I like it. So we have officer feats. These feats are derived from your class. Distribute your development points in them to gain benefits and new abilities. So we have 7 points to distribute here. I don't know, is this my name? I think it is. We'll have to change it. Arms mastery. We get melee accuracy, +1 to hit, ranged accuracy, and then 6 ranks of this will give us precise strike. Gives us an attack with +4 accuracy. And then we have bred for war with increased athletics, toughness, second wind, Removes bleeding and heals 5 to 10 vitality. Okay. Might be good to have 6 ranks of. And leadership initiate. More diplomacy. Inspiring kill. When killing an opponent in armed or unarmed melee combat, all allies who witness a kill get inspired for 1 turn. And inspired gives them +2 melee and +2 ranged to hit. Okay. And then 6 ranks of this will give us forwards. Target all allies on the battlefield. Adds condition inspired and lesser haste, which is +3 movement. So they get faster, they get better chances to hit with 6 ranks of this. It's got a cooldown of 3 turns. Great. Great. And then these are sort of upgraded as you go down. Be tough as nails, calloused hands, which is more like attacking. Charge bonus. Character is charging. This bonus is added on top of the base charge bonus. Charge bonus is added to the following attacks to hit and damage roll. Okay, so charging is just extra damage. And then we have a smashing charge to do some additional damage. So this is more of a offensive on this side. And then here it looks like defensive. Regain vitality. Yeah. And then arms mastery. Looks like we can choose a weapon and a shield. Looks like we can either go axe or sword, or axe or blade, and shield. So with 7 points, I like the idea of getting inspiring kill early. So I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, I like that. And then with 4 points left, I think obviously melee accuracy. Ranged accuracy, not so worth it. The good thing is we get a bonus from these with sort of just 1 point easily. I think we will take a point for shields. Is it worth it to go for phalanx with our last 2 points? +1 phalanx bonus. While wielding a shield, get a dodge bonus for adjacent allies. Bonus is +1 per ally up to a maximum of the phalanx bonus attribute. Get a bonus dodge for each adjacent ally. So this is more about like good positioning on phalanx, and then I think it's worth it to wait to figure out do we want to go with axe or sword. I'm wondering if axes are two-handed or if they can be one-handed. Seems like it might be two-handed, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go for phalanx. And then I like the idea of eventually being able to push enemies back with the shield rush. So yeah, and then we'll wait. We'll see maybe we can get good with either axes or swords, and then we still have we'll have to boost up into an armor type eventually as well. But yeah, this distribution looks good. We've got increased diplomacy, inspiring kill, and we've also got shield training and phalanx, in addition to a little bit of melee accuracy. Now we can finalize our character by editing their appearance. I think maybe choosing a portrait first would be good. Ooh, I kind of like that one, like a real tough female. I like this guy with the eye patch too. Some purple hair, mohawks, and we're back to the beginning. I did see another one that I really liked. This one right here. And then I can sort of adjust the hair. Honestly, it's hard to see what's going on here. That might be the one, and then maybe this is the one. Yeah, maybe the mustache with a brown color and then a hairstyle. Maybe like this, I don't know. We've only got 2 skin tones. Then we can sort of choose like a shirt color. I think green is fine. We'll sort of get a pants color going. And then like a cape color. I don't know, I sort of like the dark red here, and then yeah, maybe some black pants. Yeah, why not? Why not? And then we'll need a name. Alright, here we go. On the wine-dark raging seas of the Outer Isles, a lone caravel struggles against the winds and waves towards the accursed island of Idra. So once again, we can click, we're on the Zephyr apparently, we can click on these different things to get some ideas about where we are, some of the lore. The Outer Isles are a northeasterly archipelago that serves as a midway point between the Gallian Empire and its colonies. Its main port is located on the island of Idra. Gallian Empire is a large but waning empire founded nearly 3,000 years ago by the mythical first emperor Gallian the Great. We can learn all about the Gallian the Great here. Idra. It's the main island of the Outer Isles. Its main settlement is the port of Horin, a once prosperous port and fishing village on the island of Idra. The moan of creaking timbers, the tang of preserved fish. Your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness of the ship's dimly lit hold. Suddenly, something strikes the hull, and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound, and a feeling of unease grows in your stomach. We don't meditate. We probably were drinking, so we'll get up, mouth dry, and head pounding. Get to your feet and become aware of agitated voices shouting up on deck. Something is not right. You should make your way up top and get a bearing on the situation. We will be on our way. Yeah, so we can move around with WASD or with the arrow keys. Desk with a maritime navigation map. The map is labeled the Outer Isles, and a course is drawn towards an island named Idra. So we can highlight items. We can go into stealth. Something just struck the ship. So we can take longer paths. I believe, what is it? Yes, we can right click highlighted items and we can see their position, light level, stealth, and we can basically see what it is. Interactables. Mousing over an interactable object will make a yellow outline appear. Left mouse click to interact with the object, right click to examine it. Holding down shift will highlight all interactable objects in view. Some objects are hidden and won't be highlighted until they are spotted. So we basically just run into the item, or we can left click it here to open. We have a dagger and a light club. Great. And then we have a hotbar down here. We can attack, cast a spell, hide, pass a turn, view the journal, view our inventory, or make camp. Well, we're gonna look at our inventory. Now that we have some weapons. So we have a dagger, 1 to 2 damage, or 1 to 3 damage. Dagger has a higher crit chance. The club has a lower chance. And we have some gold. We have 18 gold. Traveler's garb, rough but functional woolen clothing, well suited for travel and adventuring if you can learn to live with the itching. Let's wear or equip the dagger currently. Oh, that's a wall. We'll go down the door. The door is locked. To your surprise, you realize this door has been locked from the outside. It doesn't budge. Perhaps you should slit the lock with a thin blade or use something to smash it. Just the dagger. You slip the dagger through a gap in the door and lift the bar that was locking you in. The door begins to creak open. As the door swings open, you can now clearly make out cries from the deck above. You should make haste. But not before we loot everything. So we have a short sword, short bow, an arrow, armor, helmet, vitality, attunement. We loot everything. We loot everything, and instead of this dagger, we're going to equip that short sword. Also this armor and this helmet. We can have the bow and arrows on us, you know, in an emergency. Restores 12 to 18 attunement. And healing potion. Right. So we can actually see, are we wearing? Yeah, we're wearing this equipment now. Very cool. You stop dead as you narrowly avoid stepping in a rust red puddle. The stench of blood fills your nostrils, and as you look around in the dim light of the hold, you realize someone or something fought for their life here. The same moment the thought hits you, a hiss sounds. The same moment the thought hits you, a hiss sounds from the shadows. You squint towards the shadows as a hunched, feral-looking form slowly slinks forwards. Tiny, disgustingly human-like hands, yellow fangs, and a grotesquely dexterous pink tail leave no doubt of the creature's rodent nature. It's a little rat. Though as it emerges from the shadows, it becomes abundantly clear that what may have started life as a common ship rat has now grown into something that has no right to exist. A second hiss sounds behind you. A second hiss sounds behind you, and the abominations lunge at you. So now we're in combat. The combat characters act in the order of initiative. You can view the initiative order by using the initiative widget on the left side of the screen. Mousing over the widget makes it pop out. Note that mousing over a name will make that character's outline flash on the battlefield. The widget on the lower right side represents the character's action points. Yellow pips represent movement points. The violet pips represent attacks. You can move a number of tiles each combat equal to your movement points and attacks. But spending attacks to move means you won't be able to attack that turn. This is a good way of moving extra far. So it's like a dash. Use your action to dash. Performing an attack will clear out all remaining movement points. In other words, attacking will end the character's turn in most cases. Okay? Pressing shift in combat brings up the tactical overlay and makes it easier to see the exact positions of characters and the underlying grid. In the settings menu, you can toggle the tactical overlay to be always on during the player's turn. We've got it off. So we're going to draw steel. So, yeah. I think I can position myself wherever I want to be. And I want to be sort of in the back here. And kind of funnel these guys in. So, one thing we can check too is the combat log. So in round 1, yeah, we can see all the initiative here. I got a 6. I guess that's average. It's like a 2d6 system for like rolling. Like all the rolls, rather than a d20, it's just a 2d6. So, Rabid Rat used weekly infections, and it hits me. And it's infected me? Yeah, I have weekly diseased. So, -1 agility. And I took 1 damage. But my armor reduce the damage by 1. The rat did 2 damage, but I'm wearing armor. Reduce incoming damage by 1. So I should be able to see that on this armor. Soak is a measure of damage absorption. It is usually conferred by armor. Some creatures also have natural soak due to thick hides. For every physical attack scored on the character, the damage is reduced by a random amount ranging from 0 to the character's combined soak. So if I have 3 and 2, so it rolls, what, 1 to 5? And it reduces the amount of damage that I take based on that. Okay, cool. I'm curious if I can see. It doesn't look like it. So I'm sort of targeting enemies here. I can't really see their turns, their movement. I don't want to use a ranged weapon here. I just want to melee attack. So it would be, yeah, swap to that. Critical hit. So what happened there? Armor soak reduced damage by 5. 2 came in, but I still took 1. So maybe the rats just do a automatic 1 piercing damage. I do wish I could see that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Does 1 to 2 damage. My soak doesn't reduce the armor to nothing, or it doesn't reduce the damage to nothing. I don't think I'm understanding the soak value. Yeah, I don't know if the bite attack is armor piercing. I don't know, maybe because I can't see its attacks. I can't see what kind of attacks it can do. The fact that it can do a bite attack. Well, anyway, we can make a swing at this rat. And I wish I could see a better idea of... It's got an injured head. I wish I could see its HP. I can see this little pink bar, but that's about it. And we can loot some rat tails. Very good. You see a crate here with some potatoes. We can maybe go through a door. Let's do it. You have contracted a disease from your fight with the rats. You may see what conditions are affecting you by opening the character sheet. Click your portraits or press C to do so. Not all conditions are negative. So yeah, I see this little skull icon here. Negative conditions can often be cured by magic or rest. This disease can be cured by a potion. Pick up and equip the lantern to search the area. Some containers are hidden until your character spots them. So, we are weakly diseased. We have -1 agility, hand-eye coordination, nimbleness, and dexterity. Yeah, so we can see our stealth, thievery, crit chance, initiative, range to hit, and dodge are all negatively affected. We can pick up the lantern, and we'll want to equip it to our lantern slot. Yes. Okay, we can turn it on and off with T. We spotted a barrel. Potion of Cure Disease. I'm sure that's going to be useful. And then some salt. Let's see. Potion of Cure Disease. Removes conditions with tag disease. So he's weakly diseased. And that's the status tag, and so we can use the potion to cure it. We are no longer diseased. I guess we just sort of look around the room now with the lantern, see what we can find. See if there's anything else hidden around here. Doesn't look like it. So now we go up the ladder, or up the stairs here. You emerge onto the ship's lower deck. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you become aware of a hulking figure standing in the shadows. Macho, here at last, he growls with a rough voice. Who's there? Show yourself. It's Roland. Where the tides have you been? Assuming I know this guy. Why don't you mind your own fucking business? What's going on? The island is in sight, but the damn guilders refuse to land. They want to turn back. Did they say why? Only superstitious bilge. They claim they saw something in the water. Either way, our boys are about to show them some very real steel. We can't land, we lose our shot at the girl. And no one gets paid. Listen here, I know our boys better than most. We've hired them to go to Idra and kill. If we don't pay them, things will go bad quickly. But the sailors are bloody terrified. They claim something is hunting us. Well, let's go, for all the good it will do. Wait, there are a few sailors up ahead, rattled as a pair of rabbits. Was there a way past them? There are 2 doors ahead. Take the left, and we should be able to sneak past them without any trouble. Anything else I should know? Let's just get off this bloody boat. Motioning for you to take the lead, Roland falls in behind you. From above, agitated shouts can be heard. So, we have a new party member. And we can swap him in to be the party leader if we want to. The current leader's attributes are used for tests outside of combat, such as for awareness or stealth. Okay. Familiarize yourself with the attributes and abilities of your party members and have the right character take the lead depending on the circumstances. When a new member joins your party, they level up to your current level. Because of this, we now see a level up icon on your new party member's portrait. This icon will show up whenever a character is ready to level up. Double click the character portrait to begin leveling up. Okay. So we can level him up. What are his attributes? What is he good at? He's very strong, very athletic, survival and thievery, not good at much else. So he's kind of like us. He's got less of a presence, just more strong and agile. He's got some studded leather. He's got a two-hander blade. Okay. And he's got some feats with him. And he's got 11 points to distribute. Wow. So he's got Bred for War. This is sort of a skill tree that we have as well. He's got Arms Mastery. So what is he currently using? He's got a heavy two-handed blade. Okay. So I'm thinking archery, nope. Axe, nope. Club, nope. Shield, nope. Sword, two-handed. Yeah, I'm thinking he's going heavy on two-handed. So he's got 11 points. Definitely one here. I'm thinking definitely all 6 here. This is a level 5 requirement. I wish you could see that somewhere when you highlight it. Maybe I'm missing something, but he needs to be level 5 to start using those. But we can increase his ranks in Bred for War. Give him 1 point there. I'd like to give him 2 more points for the toughness. And then we'll give him Charger. Because I want to try that ability out if we get a chance. Very good. Spotted something. There's a note here. A note is scrawled in crude letters. Kook, I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There's a limit. Oh, okay. Kook, I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There's a limit to how long a man can live on salt, potatoes, and a perklin. Take heed, or get a dagger in the eye, you cheap bastard. Oh man. Amazing. Got a barrel, we've got some perklin, some fish. We've got an oven. This is the crafting screen to To create new items, double-click ingredients in your inventory and place them in the workstation and then press craft. The recipe list in the left column represents known recipes. You'll learn new recipes by experimenting or by finding recipe books out in the world. Recipes that can currently be crafted are shown in green. Clicking a green recipe will automatically add all the necessary ingredients to the workstation. Crafting is dependent on the crafting skill. Crafting a valid recipe will always succeed, but depending on your skill and the recipe's difficulty, there's a chance you may produce more than one item. So we've got a recipe of salted fish. We can make one of those. And so we do. The fisherman's best friend, preferably eaten with a mug of ale on the side. So it's got a food value of 7. Okay. What else do we have? A chest with some gold and some thieves' tools. Great. A grindstone. I don't know what that does. Did that do something with my weapon? I don't think so. So we're gonna take the left door here and sort of sneak past these guys. Press the hide button to go into stealth mode. The action buttons also map to the numerical buttons. While in stealth mode, the stealth indicator becomes visible. A yellow indicator means you're in danger of being spotted. While your indicator is yellow, it will count down to 0%. When it reaches 0%, you are spotted and will become visible. Moving in lit areas and being close to other characters will make the counter go down very fast. Stick to shadows and avoid other characters. Your ability to stay hidden is dictated by your stealth skill. Increase the skill to stay hidden for longer. Wearing armor makes it harder to stay hidden. If the indicator turns green, it means you're no longer in danger of being spotted. Spending time in green areas will refill your stealth meter. So who's better at stealth? Roland has a 1. I have a 0. So Roland really should be doing this. He's got better stealth. Oh. 11%? Oh god, okay. Alright, we're good. So we can sort of back and forth to boost our stealth back up. Just like this. Flimsy wooden door. 5 HP. Thievery 2 versus difficulty 10, or an athletics 6 versus difficulty 5. And we can switch characters here. I guess we'll force the door open. The sailors stare at you wide-eyed and terrified. Dead emperors, it's coming for us! It whispers to me. One of them draws a weapon with shaking hands. I have diplomacy. I can maybe tell them to calm themselves. Calm yourself, you're guild sailors. So I must roll a 5 or above on 2d6 to succeed on this diplomacy skill check. So what do we get? Oh, we got a 9. Awesome. The men stop dead in their tracks, seemingly shocked back from their momentary lapse of sanity by your words. The pair blinks towards you in a moment of indecision and then stumbles up to the main deck and the tumult that seems to be taking place there. Right, so we talked them out of attacking us. There's a box here with an attunement tonic, surgical tools with a fine dagger, a grisly scene. You recognize the corpse of one of the crewmates, a young man of barely 16 years called Sullum. The youth has been mauled to death by what you assume are the grotesquely altered rats you encountered just minutes ago. The corpse is still warm. The apothecary's desk. Okay, potion of strength, fire immunity, resistance, vitality. Let me take all of these. We can open these doors. This is a desk. Brandy, Surge's Journal, gold. And we can't rest here in the bed. And in this chest, we have a shoddy wooden chest. A thievery 1. I say we force it open again. And we continue. We just need athletics 3. Okay, so we need 4. No. We need at least a 7. 7 plus 3 would be 10. Nope. I guess we can keep forcing it until we get it open. We did it. We've got a masterwork short sword and a buckler. Well, I think that is my decision there. I wonder... How did I take so much damage? Did I take damage from... I'm trying to force the chest open? Well, we have a sword now and a shield. Another lantern. We can maybe give this to Roland. Make sure he's got a lantern. A crate with some salt. And I figure if there's any items in here, we can take them. Alright, the next move is to go upstairs. But first, I want to... I think inventory, because that hotkey is not used for anything else. Inventory should be I. Oh, it didn't take for some reason. Let's do it again. Reassign I. Good. All right, we're gonna end the episode here, though. Yeah, in the next episode, we're gonna read this journal, and then we're gonna go upstairs and see what happens. So, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, dislike, however you feel. Subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment down below. Are you enjoying this series? Are you enjoying my commentary? Have you played this game yourself? Maybe give me some tips and tricks. No spoilers, of course, but yeah, let me know if if there's something that I need to know so we can have a good run here. But yeah, we'll see you all in the next one.